Hello, everybody. Hello, Freedom Team, and anyone else who is listening on this live training. I am Suzanne Shirley, and I am here to share with you today about the fundamentals and the basics of being a successful Plexus ambassador, and also to share with you the basics and fundamentals of successful recruiting, which is more like sponsorship in Plexus. So what I have done for you is I have prepared a PowerPoint presentation. I want to preface all of this by saying some of it is from myself, but other wonderful nuggets are chunks of information are from other very, very successful ambassadors that I have gleaned information from them. This is specifically for my team, but if anybody would like to use this in their own training or to make their business even more successful or better, I would love for anyone to use it. So that's why I'm making this a public video. Currently, I'm a Senior Gold Ambassador and on the cusp of turning Ruby, hopefully very, very, very soon. Let's get started. So I have a PowerPoint presentation, and I'm going to pull that up for you here. Okay, guys, so here we go. Let's get started. And I'm going to share that now. Okay, fundamentals of Plexus business and recruitment. So the first thing I want to talk to you about, the most important thing in Plexus truly is about you having a reason for doing Plexus. What is your why? If you do not have a why for doing Plexus, then there's not really a way for you to completely be focused and successful in this business. This is priority number one. That's why it's the first slide in my presentation. Your why needs to be big enough to motivate you every single day, and you simply make a decision about what you're going to be doing, and then you develop the know-how as you go. So basically, you're learning as you're earning. And you don't need to learn everything at the beginning. So you just make a decision based on your why. What is it? Is it to stay at home with your kids and be a stay-at-home mom? Is it to get away from your daily grind and working 50 and 60-hour weeks? Sorry, yeah, that's what I meant. Or whatever else it is that you're doing this business for, you have to have a reason for it. You need to source your why in passion. A soul on fire is truly a beautiful thing, and people are attracted to someone with passion and belief. And I will throw this in, it's a little bit of an inspirational thing, but God definitely will give you the resources for what you intend to do. He definitely equips the called, not calls the equipped. Most of the people that God calls into anything, he eventually gives them the resources that they need along the way. So don't worry about whether you have everything you need before you get started. Just figure out what it is that you, what's your purpose for doing Plexus, and start there. Consistent time investment, then you're going to have a huge outcome. But if you do not consistently invest time, you will not have a huge outcome. So basically it's this: are you going to treat your business as a business, or is it going to be like a hobby? You will technically get from Plexus what you put into it. If you treat it like a business, you will have the outcomes of a business. But if you treat Plexus like a hobby, you will not have the outcomes that you might think that you might get if you just kind of dabble around with Plexus. It's a very, very important thing to make that decision. So find your why. Let's talk about mindset. Okay, this is very, very important. This is the second most important thing. It takes most actions, in fact, if not all actions, happen or occur as a result of a mindset. So when you get your mindset in a certain way, then your actions will follow it. So you cannot be one half of the way in. You must, so-called, so to speak, hypothetically, draw your line in the sand. Draw your line so deep in the sand that you can't literally go back from where you came from. In other words, draw that line in the sand and get yourself invested in this business. Go so far deep into it that it's literally too difficult to turn around and go back the other way. Basically, positive self-talk to yourself, Words like I will do XYZ, I will go to Maui in September of whatever year, or I will be a whatever ambassador, I will rank up to such and such rank at a particular time. Also, when you speak that way to other people, it's very powerful. You must have a strong belief in the company and the products and the business compensation plan. That is essential. And you also need to develop a strong urgency. And if you've just started in Plexus, do not wait to start sharing. You know what? There are thousands and thousands of testimonies out there, and you just need to look at them, read them, believe in what the products are doing for other people if you've not even started yet, and start sharing other people's testimonies. I will tell you from personal experience of meeting people already in the 9 months that I have been in this business, going on 10, you know what? There are people that have lost 100 pounds in Plexus, and they share, and they don't work it like a business, and they do it sporadically, and they get nowhere. Okay, people that have lost 100 pounds and are basically doing nothing with Plexus. I have also seen people who have lost 0 pounds with Plexus. That means no pounds lost with Plexus. Okay, they got into it for various other reasons, for health, etc., maybe for the business reasons, and they are making it all the way to the top. So it's both extends, you can see both spectrums here, all right? You need to trust in Plexus as a non-negotiable. It needs to be something that is so important in your life that it's non-negotiable. It's the thing that you're doing every day. Okay, we're gonna move on to being patient with yourself. This is so important, okay? I'm preaching this to myself as I share it with you. You must be patient with yourself. You are in a growth process. You are going to learn Plexus and learn the business of network marketing and relationship marketing as you earn money. So you cannot know everything at the beginning, okay? Believe in yourself that you can do whatever you put your mind to. You need to believe in yourself. If you're not good at something, well, that does not mean that you're not going to get there. If you're struggling in any way with anything, with the products or understanding product knowledge or how to sponsor people or information about the compensation plan, whatever that may be, you need to push through that. Find the information. If you don't find it, ask your upline, ask your sponsor. There's somebody out there that's going to be helping you. You have to want it more than your fears. It has to be more important to you than your fears. And also you need to embrace the growth process. You just need to embrace it, that you're on a journey to grow every single day. As you help other people, you're going to grow personally, and that's the truth. If you have a fear, you tackle it head on. Face your fears. It is so rewarding. It's not easy, but it is so worth it. So worth it. Okay, the next thing I'm going to move to is IPAs. What are IPAs? They're income producing activities. Okay, these are the things that you need to do the very first thing in the time that you set every day to work Plexus. If you've decided to work Plexus 1 or 2 hours a day, you need to be doing these activities first, not scouring Facebook, okay? What are the IPAs? All right, decide how many people that you can manage to reach out to daily. For an example, you can reach out to 1 to 3 people daily, new people that you've never talked to before. Follow up with 1 to 3 people daily that you've already spoken with. Inspire an ambassador on your team daily. So that is a good plan as an example. Do these activities first. You do not get on Facebook and start looking around at all of your messages. Get on your IPAs first. Set a timer. A timer is a very, very convenient way to help you put in your time for your IPAs. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next thing. All right, we're going to move more into the recruiting part of the PowerPoint and the presentation. How do you find prospects to recruit? Basically, there's a principle called the Frank's principle or the Frank principle. The F stands for friends, the R is for relatives, A for acquaintances, N for neighbors, K for kids connections, and S for service organizations. So make a list of all of your friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids connections, and service organization connections. Do not just rely on Facebook but add these people as friends once you have targeted them on your list. So what are we talking about? We're talking about making a list of 100 to 200 people that you are going to start working from that you need to contact. Okay, and that's a really good principle to use. Add new prospects into your life. How do you do that? Well, there's various ways to do it. You go and join a play group or a mommy group, some place where your kids can connect as well. Volunteer at your kids' school or at your church. Join a social club or a service organization. This is all for the means of meeting new people and networking among people. Join an alumni group for your high school or college organization. Find people on Facebook that you know but are not yet friends with on Facebook as of yet. And that's, what am I talking about? Social media groups on Facebook. You can make brand new friends in social media groups. If you find something that you're interested in, that you want to participate in, maybe you like to play the guitar, maybe you're a musician, maybe you have certain interests that others would share, and you find groups on Facebook, go ahead and join those groups and be an active participant in those groups. Start making friends with people. You will add them to your friends list, and you might not be talking to them about Plexus, but they will see your posts on your Facebook newsfeed about Plexus, and you never know, you might be meeting some of their health needs and health concerns, and they could contact you. So it's a very, very good thing to get networking on social media. Find people to follow on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Pinterest. So depending on how much time you have in your day, you can be on several different platforms, several different social media platforms, marketing yourself, marketing your brand, and getting to know people. You can actually just get on your Facebook profile and start looking for the friends that Facebook suggests that you may know. If you have someone that you have mutual friends with outside of Plexus, but you're not friends with them, you might want to just send them a friend request and a message that says, hey, such and such, I saw that we have a lot of mutual friends on Facebook. I think we went to high school together. Wouldn't it be fun to keep in contact and just stay in touch? That's a simple thing that you can send to someone to start to get to know people and add people to your friends list. And you can add probably up to 10 people a week. I wouldn't add any more than that because Facebook has parameters about things like that, and they might think that you're spamming people. So you don't want to do more than 10 per week. Okay, what is Plexus basically? We love to say that in Plexus we're not selling, we're sharing. And you hear that across a lot of network marketing platforms, but this is truly the case with Plexus because seriously, we are offering products that change people's lives from the inside out. And how do we do this? We're not going to help people if we try to sell to them, okay? We need to, number one, care about people and be genuine. Be real with them like we are real people, like we would talk to our family or our friends. And we approach them in a relational way. Network marketing is simply relational marketing. Once you make your list, you don't just dive in and spam all of them. That could be a big problem. Then you're going to turn people off. So you need to be authentic. What you're going to do is you're going to build trust with these people. By building trust, you're adding value to them. You're telling them how valuable, you're showing them their value and what you could add to their lives by being their friend. And I like to use the paradigm of like the marble jar. So picture in your head that you have a jar of marbles and your new friend is this jar that has some marbles in it. What you want to do is add marbles to their jar. So you help them build belief in the products and you help them build belief in Plexus by sharing your results and your testimony with other people. That testimony could be something simple, like how good you sleep because of Plexus Slim, or the fact that you have more energy to get through the day and no 2 p.m. crash, or whatever the case may be. And you can share other testimonies, especially with other people that you may know. So you help people build belief by sharing your results and other results of people and their testimonies too. Ask people questions. Asking them questions helps to build trust and belief in these people, in you. And when you ask people questions, you're showing an interest in them. You show them that you care about them. And once you ask them a question, may I just say, do not sit there waiting for them to finish their answer so that you can talk about yourself. You really need to ask people questions and listen to what they're saying. Be ready to listen. Put on your listening ears. Find out what your new friends' needs are. Find what their needs are so that you can tailor your language to meet their specific needs. You may know someone that has a problem that they have with their health, and you can be able to talk to them about someone that you know that's been successful in Plexus and has had results. Think of yourself more as a consultant and kind of like a life coach, and not a recruiter. You're not recruiting people. If you think of Plexus as recruiting, people will come with you, but they will leave you just as quickly as they come. So what you want to do is sponsor. Sponsoring people means that you're taking the time to invest in them. You are getting to know them. You are truly trying to be their friend and doing it in a genuine way, because you are becoming friends with these people. They are going to be your new friends. And you realize that you may find some in this company that it's not for them, and that's okay. That's okay. But what you're going to do is you're going to still treat people as you would want to be treated. You're not going to sell to them anything. You're going to try to talk to them as you would your friends and family. You're going to talk to them, and your goal is to sponsor. Your goal is to not recruit, okay? So that's why you need to really understand that Plexus is based on relationship marketing. And that's why I spent so much time on this slide right here. Okay, how do you put your dream team together? Well, basically take your Frank's list and you use it to come up with your dream team. Who of these people do you think would make the most amazing ambassadors on your team? My tip to you is to not rule out anyone. Do not say, oh, well, this person wouldn't do such and such, so I'm just going to mark them off. Look for people with big networks of friends already. Look for people that have strong influence over their friends, people that have really, really funny outlooks on life, people that are seriously motivated in their career, people that are seriously busy with their career. Even though they're busy does not mean that they might not need an extra way to have a source of income. Basically, busyness in a lot of ways can mean success, and you want to add successful people to your organization. So look for people that are really active already using social media. That's another good one. Look for people who have a need for our products, people that really, really need Plexus. And what you're going to do is you're going to start adding marbles to their jar. Okay, we're going to talk about what that means. Okay, here we go. So what you do to add marbles to their jar is you're going to start making friends with them. You're going to start talking to them more and making an effort to communicate with them, either by social media or setting up a lunch date, etc. What you're doing is you're acting as a consultant and trying to get them to decide if it's a good fit for them, and if it makes them leave feeling like it was completely their decision. That is a really, really important thing to do. When you're talking to people, they need to understand and feel like it's a decision they're making. And when they make the decision to join you, you are not selling. They have realized that they need Plexus, and because you've shared with them so many things. Okay, so how to close. And when you're closing with someone, you're basically asking a lot of questions. And when you do this, this helps them to figure out what they can do, what you can do to help them finally join you and make the decision. So number one, if you were to start in this business as a part-time basis, this is something you're asking someone. If you were to start in this business as a part-time basis, how much would you want to make a month in order to make this worth your time? So now you have them thinking about what kind of money that they would want to earn in Plexus. Second question you could say is, about how many hours per week could you dedicate to building this business in order to make that much per month? So now they're really thinking about how much time they could put in. The third question is, about how many months would you be willing to work those 8 hours a week in order to develop that income? So now they're thinking about time frame. So you started off with how much they would like to make in order to be invested in Plexus. Then you're going to talk about how many hours a week they're dedicated to putting in, and finally, what's the time frame that they think they could do it in. So if their expectations are really unrealistic based on the above questions, then what you do is tell them this. Honestly, if you want $10,000 a month and you're only willing to work 2 hours a week and will only give it 2 months, then it's completely unrealistic. It's not realistic at all. Now, if you're willing to change 1 or 2 of those numbers, I can help you come up with a game plan. And that's what you need to do. Help them to come up with something realistic. Coach them into a reasonable expectation. This will build credibility and trust with you. And that is very, very important. So the fourth question would be, if I can show you how to reach that $2,000 a month income working 8 hours a week, giving it a full 6 months, is there anything else that you need in order to get started? So now what you've done is you've asked them the last question. In other words, you've overcome so many of their objections. Now you're asking them, is there another objection that I need to overcome for you? And you're doing it by asking them questions. And at that point, you can simply answer that question if they might have one more thing they need to get figured out. Okay. Know your compensation plan. The Plexus compensation plan is the most generous plan I have ever seen in my life. Literally, I have seen some compensation plans with network marketing. I've watched video conference calls based on other companies' marketing plans and compensation plans. This compensation plan, bar none, pays its ambassadors royally. So you need to know the plan. Read the entire compensation plan, not just the detailed chart. The chart is a great reference to have, but you need to read that plan over and over again. Read it again and again. If you don't know where to find it, go into your back office, click on resources, and then click on downloadable items. And there is the PowerPoint or the PDF slide. It's multiple slides. You're going to need to read the compensation plan. It is easy to read. It's easy to understand, but you need to take the time to read through that. If you have not done that, you need to do that. So you'll need to know the compensation plan forwards and backwards to fully explain it to anybody that you're speaking to about Plexus in the business. Also, people in your downline that you've already sponsored. Use your knowledge to come up with a game plan for them when they get started. Okay, now here's an amazing example. Okay, so remember how we talked about the goal for this person was to earn $1,000 or $2,000 a month. They are willing to put in 8 hours a week, and they are willing to give it 6 months to do that. So let's take a look as an example of what could happen with their Plexus investment. Okay, so month 1, you know, it's a little bit difficult to get started in the beginning. You've got the learning curve, so they have to learn about the new products. They have to learn and start talking about it with their friends, and they have to start building belief with the people that they are sharing with. So they gain, this new person gets 2 new preferred customers on just the Slim Accelerator. So that gives them 180 PV. They get a preferred bonus, and their first paycheck is about $48 with 2 preferred customers. Let's go across and move over to month 2. And they have now started to really build up a list of the people that they're talking to. The belief is going with the people that they're sharing with. And now they have 5 preferred customers of the Slim Accelerator. And by the way, I'm just using Slim Accelerator as an example, not that you need to share Slim and Accelerator as the way to get people started, okay? Just FYI. Also, they've sponsored a new level 1 ambassador. And with that preferred bonus, now they have a paycheck of $247 in that category. All right, so now we're moving into month 3. And in month 3, they have now gone silver because they've sponsored 2 more ambassadors. And one of their new ambassadors has also sponsored someone. So now they get 5 pay points from the previous month. And they have 6 preferred customers. Okay, now this is what I always tell my new people. if you can keep 6 preferred customers on your PV status, that means you're going to pretty much hit 500 PV or over every single month. So customers are going to come and go. Sometimes customers are going to convert to ambassadors. And so you're going to need to replenish your customers and expect them to come and go. Expect them to convert to ambassadors or to leave, one of the two. And so at that month 3, with their silver bonus, now they have $528. Don't you love that? I think that's awesome. Okay, finally, on month 4, now we're really getting to have a feel about what the pay points are like, because now we have not only the 3 level 1s, but those 3 level 1s have sponsored 5 people amongst themselves, and those 5 people have sponsored 2 others, which now we have levels 3. We have 1, 2, and 3 levels. So we have 20 points from the month before. We also have 6 preferred customers, and that gets us $598 on our 4th paycheck. That's pretty amazing. Finally, we go to month 5. And we're really understanding what those pay points are like. Now we have 70 full pay points. Our team is sponsoring, it's moving. You're starting to understand how you are going to get paid with pay points. It's residual income every month. Again, 6 preferred customers on the Slim Accelerator, preferred bonus. And now this new ambassador has $910 on their 5th month. They are almost gold. And finally, on month 6, they rank up to gold. And now here we are. Look at this, 150 points. They've got a team growing. They are gold. They have a gold bonus of $250. They've got 6 preferred customers, a preferred bonus check, and bam, you've got $1,688 in the 6th month. Now that is a great example about how to get Plexus going and to earn about $1,000 to $2,000 a month, working 8 hours a week and giving it about 6 months. I think that's pretty realistic. Okay, how to answer objections. We need to use the feel, felt, found method. This has been around for quite some time. The feel, felt, found method is so important, okay? When you use this method, you are relating yourself to people. And it also helps them to overcome any objections that they may have. Basically, you're saying, I understand how you feel. When the customer gives you an objection, you say, I understand how they feel. I understand how you feel. So now the customer knows that you heard what they said. And you can say, for example, initially, I or my friend Mary felt that way too. And then when you say that, you're letting them know that this thought is common, but the situation can be different. In other words, I felt that way too, but they can feel something coming, all right? What they found, however, is, okay, in other words, I understand exactly how you feel. Initially, I felt that same way too, you know, but what I found is, and then you can share what you found. Or you can talk about it in the 3rd person and talk about your friend. In other words, oh, I completely understand how you feel. I so get that. Initially, my friend Mary felt the same way too when she had that situation. What she found was, though, and then you can tell what she found. An example is, I just don't have time for this right now. So what you can say is, I understand how you feel completely. I have 4 kids, one of which I homeschool, and my husband travels a lot, so my life is definitely chaotic. I have found, however, that I've been able to fit it into the nooks and crannies of my life, and it's been way more profitable than I had ever imagined, so I am so thankful that I found those spare moments. So that's an amazing way to overcome or answer someone's objection that they might have. I strongly suggest that you put this method into your speaking vocabulary and into your writing vocabulary when you're writing and following up with people that you've contacted. It is highly effective, and it really works to help people to overcome objections. Okay, 3 more slides left. Okay, customers are your best recruits. Now, I have questions on my team all the time about how do I convert customers into ambassadors? Simple. Customers are your best ambassadors because Number one, they have had success on the products and they are happy about the results that they're having on the products. And so you want to always encourage them. And if they're coming up with people that they know could use Plexus, and they're talking about their friend, let's say you've sponsored someone named Susie, and she talks about her friend Jeanette. And her friend Jeanette is really excited about Plexus, and she starts telling you, well, I'm just going to tell Jeanette that she needs to contact you so that you can help her too, like you're helping me. What you need to do is offer a referral program to your new friend Susie, who's a customer. And you can say, anyone who can find people to refer to you, you will make a great ambassador. Will make a great ambassador. Okay, let me try to say that again. Offer a referral program to your customers. So anyone who can find people to refer to you, in other words, somebody who's always thinking about, oh, my friend could use this, and I've been telling her about it. So that person will make a great ambassador because they're already talking about the products, right, to their friends. So show them what the advantage will be of keeping those customers as theirs. In other words, let them become an ambassador and have their friend purchase from them. It's way better than getting the referral prize, okay? So customers already have a personal testimony, so they're more likely to dive in head first. That is how you convert customers to ambassadors. You simply share with them that their friends and family that they know would love to be on Plexus and have a huge need for Plexus. So start talking to them about their friends and family that might be really wanting to get help with the products. And if they're starting to say to you already, well, I know my cousin Mary could really use this, then when they start saying, I'm going to have them call you, then you basically say, well, here's the deal. If you sign up as an ambassador, you're going to get your welcome pack for way less than what you would pay with a triplex combo. You need to remind them of that. And when they start up with you as a welcome pack with an ambassador sign up, they are purchasing a welcome pack for $99, which is way less than the triplex as a preferred customer for $124.99. So that's another thing you might want to share with them. So they're going to get a discount by just signing up with you. And also, they're going to start getting the bonuses when people sign up with them and come on as customers. So that's what you need to use as information to share with your customers to help them to understand the benefits of becoming an ambassador. And you might want to also let them know that if they don't want to massively share on Facebook, they can share at whatever level they're comfortable with. If they just want to share with friends and family, that's fine. Eventually, they might have so much success that they become extremely passionate and start to share in in social media outlets such as Facebook or elsewhere, or with email, and really start to get excited and passionate about sharing Plexus. So that's a really good way to start helping your customers understand the benefits of becoming ambassadors, and they can be your best ambassadors. Okay. Essentials of following up. You have got to follow up, and there's training out on YouTube about following up, and you've heard this 1,000 times, but it is the truth. The fortune is in the follow up. Okay, it's so cliche, but it is true. I will tell you this. I thought I had run somebody off at one point. Okay, I've got so many stories I could tell you, but I'll tell you this one. I thought I had ran somebody off because I had been so passionate about Plexus with them that they had become quiet and they had stopped talking to me about it and stopped responding to my texts or my emails. I waited a while, and then what I did is I texted them. I actually emailed them back. I texted them and I said, such and such, I hope that I never offended you by just my passion is so overwhelming and I just love Plexus so much. I would love to bless you with a sample. Would you mind me sending you a sample, a 3-day sample of the Plexus Slim Accelerator? And I would just love to help you just to see the most amazing benefits of that. And the follow-up is the case. Let me tell you, that person got on that 3-day trial and texted me back and was so excited that she could not wait to purchase Plexus Slim. the triplex combo, and accelerator, and she did it before she even finished her 3-day trial. So this is so true. The fortune is in the follow-up, guys. So I cannot say it enough. You must continue to follow up. Keep a list of people who like your Plexus posts or message you about the products, and do not give up on them until, if they say no to you, I am completely uninterested, the door is still open. Unless they say no to you, the door is open. After answering their questions, check back in with them. Do it on a regular basis, weekly even. How do you do that? Send them a testimonial. Send them something that you know would benefit to them. What you're doing, again, is you're adding marbles to their jar. You're adding value to them. You're showing how Plexus could work for them. You've already asked them all the questions. You understand what their health concerns are, their medical conditions, if they're taking any medications, how much weight they're wanting to lose, their food struggles, etc. And you need to send them testimonies that relate to their specific situation, and check on them and make it personal. Do not spam them. Do not send the same follow-up to every single person. Take the time to construct a personalized message just for your person. Show them that they mean something to you, that they are special to you. And they are, because you are genuinely concerned about their health and their financial future. So that's what you need to do. Check in with your customers. Make sure that they're taking their products as well. You always check in with your customers. They need you to check with them. They're not going to be calling and checking in with you unless they have an urgent question. And even then, sometimes your customers will not check in with you. You need to see if they're interested in getting it at a discount or in a referral program. So that's how you help your customers eventually start to convert to ambassadors. And then you keep checking in. You keep checking in. You check in with them all the time. If they do not talk back with you, if they do not respond to you, do not be offended. Do not be offended. People are busy. There may be various reasons why they're not getting back with you, but don't be offended if they're not getting back with you. Just continue to love on them, encourage them, and give them the information that you think they might want. Okay? Now, finally, the last slide, my challenge to you. Okay, if you have not made your Franks list, you need to make your Franks list. Okay, I'm telling you, start with 100 people and build it up to 200. And once you have done that, do not leave your list sitting around somewhere in a notebook, or as Tamara Holloway, that I have heard said at a meeting one time, that she left it sitting on her nightstand and she never touched it. And once she started to use her Franks list and she circled her dream team and she started to get on the phone and she started to contact her dream team and the people that she was interested in on her list, her business started to blow up. And we're talking about Tamara Holloway, the Diamond Ambassador, Tamara Holloway. You know what? This is an amazing way. If you have not done this, you need to make your Franks list. Okay? If you've already built your trust with those on your dream team that you have lined out on your list, message them about the opportunity. So they're already close friends with you. Go ahead and message them. Ask them to lunch, or if you could talk more on the phone, just ask them if you could share more about Plexus with them. Now, if you do not have a trusting relationship built with these people yet, start adding marbles to their jar, okay? Start building trust with them. Start adding value to them. Like and comment on their photos and posts on Facebook. Make it a point to go to their page and talk to them and respond to their everyday posts and get to know them. Start having conversations with them, not about Plexus, about life, okay? And truly build a rapport with them. Genuinely get to know them better. Ask them to come to lunch with you or call them just to chat, okay? And truly mean just to chat. If you have past prospects that like nothing has come from that, okay, message them and follow up with them. Just continue to follow up. Practice asking them questions using the feel, felt, found method. Again, you know what some of their concerns were because they once talked to you about Plexus. So go ahead and use the feel, felt, found method when you're writing back to them and you're texting them. Talk directly about some objections that they may have had. and really, really make a point to help them out in overcoming their objections. Okay, so here we are at the end of the presentation. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to the video. And we are, I forget, I can't even tell how long I've been on this. I think probably at least 30 minutes. I would love to help any of you that are on my team that have any other further questions, but this is the training that I have been wanting to do all summer. I've been wanting to coach you and train you guys and get to know some of you that are on the deeper levels of my team that I have not yet talked to or spoken with. I am available to all of you. I do not play favorites, and I do not work with just the people on my first and second and third levels. I will work with anyone who wants my help. So if you have questions about anything, if you need help, if you need inspiration, if you would love to work with me, I am available for you, specifically for you. I want you to understand something. Plexus is my future. I am a school teacher. I am devoutly devoted to my students. But Plexus is my future. I am going to transition into a full-time Plexus ambassador. The time frame is up to God. I think it could be soon, very soon. My plan is to definitely teach this year, this school year. And depending on when you're watching this video, who knows when it is that you're watching. So it's really irrelevant about that. But I want you to understand why I just said that. Plexus is my future. That means you, everyone on my team who is watching this video, you are my future. Okay? We all want to succeed in Plexus, and we have dreams that we want to accomplish, whether they're health goals, whether they're financial, whether it's to help our families. There are various amazing goals that we all have. And I'm telling you something, I am devoutly devoted in helping you accomplish those goals. If you're still a silver ambassador and you are trying to rank up to gold and you need help doing it, I want to help you do it. If you have not yet ranked up to silver, I want to help you do that too and get your first 3. If you are a gold ambassador and you are trying to rank to senior gold and above, you know, those of you on my team who have already talked to me, you know what? We're working together, but I want to work with you as much as you would like for me to do so. I will be your best friend. Seriously, that's how much I love every single one of you. Even if we've never spoken on the phone, I pray for you. I think about my team. I just do not do anything without this team. This team is my future. You guys are my future. You are real people with hearts and souls and lives that are invested in so many things, in your families. And I want to help you get to where you're going. And that's how I'm going to do it, is by investing myself in you. What I just talked to you about relationship marketing, that's what I make a priority. I make it a priority to bond with the people that want to work with me. And if you tell me that you want to work with me, I will work directly with you. Okay? You can have an amazing sponsor, and I'm sure your sponsor will be just fine with me working with you, because anything I do to help you will help your sponsor. Okay? Now, that's about it for tonight. I love you guys, and you know what? Make your goals, write them down, get your why, get your mindset focused, start learning the building blocks of relationship marketing, build your team, and ask me for help if you need it. I'm here for you. I love you all. Let's go Plexus.